Shabbat Shalom, you filthy animal. I think that's like a nice little mix between this movie and Home Alone. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This? What's going on, guys? Welcome to the second week of holiday month.
Holiday month.
You know, we want to be all-inclusive.
Right. Fantastic December to you all.
Yes. Happy Chakwanazaa. that was the combination I think was in here. It was Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa.
Yes.
So I think it was Chakwanazaa or something. Oh, this movie is classic, early 2000s schlock.
Yes, yeah. Watching this was like, wow. This is like super racist and offensive to every religion.
Which is great. You know, it's very South. Like, if you had told me that Matt Stone and Trey Parker did this, 100% would have believed it.
Right. Yeah, and there's enough Jewish jokes that you felt like Mel Brooks was on the script.
So before we tell you what this movie is about, I am going to freeball this movie trailer for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie came out 2003, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered what a Jewish black exploitation movie would be like? Well, look no further than 2003's Hebrew Hammer, a Jewish man who is out there to save all holidays, but doing it like he's the Jewish Shaft.
Shut your mouth.
I hope you enjoyed this movie with Adam Goldberg. Oh, yeah. What a Jewish name. Judy Greer and Andy Dick. It's 2003's Hebrew Hammer. I think it's a little dangerous freeballing that one just because there's so many landmines on that field of what's it called, offensiveness.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think I've ever heard of this movie until I started looking up off-the-wall Christmas movies.
I remember when this came out. I believe this was not a theater release. I think this was a Comedy Central movie.
Yeah, that checks.
And I remember watching it when it first came out. They hyped it a lot, and then it just disappeared. And I legitimately forgot about it. And I hadn't seen anything about it till you pointed it out, and I was like, "Oh, Hebrew Hammer, yes, gotta do it."
Well, there is definitely at least one showing on Comedy Central, right? And then there's at least one mother like, Harold, did you see what they put on the Comedy Central? It's so offensive for us Jewish people. I think that's a pretty spot on Rhode Island Jewish mom.
It is actually. We'll get into it later, but I actually watched Hasidic Jew Reviews Hebrew Hammer.
Oh, wow.
And he only had one real complaint. We'll get to it at the end, though.
Oh, yeah. That's how you know it's a pretty solid, it's written by a Jewish guy.
Yeah.
There was a Steen or a Berg at that writing room for that one. It's funny.
I was joking, but he felt like Mel Brooks went and saw Dolomite, and after the movie was like, we need a Dolomite for the Jews.
Hey man, and it works. I was like, man, I love this movie right now. It is hilarious, and it's funny because back in New York, I used to have a Jewish neighbor, and I don't know if it's stereotypical to say, but to the T, a lot of the things that are depicted in this, spot on.
Yep. One of my best friends in high school was Jewish, and so yes, we got a lot of that. I learned a lot about the Hanukkah stuff. And...
Steven, don't forget your inhaler. If there's ever a voice actor need for a Jewish mom.
You do the Jewish accent much better than like
the Arnold accent.
the Arnold or the Stallone.
I think my Stallone is pretty spot on.
Your Stallone's not bad. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I actually, for some reason, I got on a Stallone kick a couple of days ago, and I watched Stop or My Mother Will Shoot.
Oh,
with Stallone and the lady from Golden Girls. Oh man! All right, so let's talk about the plot of this movie. It's not fairly long. It's like an hour and 30 minutes at the most.
yeah.
Made for TV, right?
Right. Yeah, so that makes it 2 hours with commercials.
Yeah. But we start off with, oh god, what's his name? I just know, I was like, oh, that's a Hebrew Hammer. he had such a long, it was like a name for a black exploitation character, but just with the Jewish, or there you go, Mordecai.
Yes.
Jefferson Carver.
Jefferson Carter.
Yeah.
Or Carver.
Yeah, Carver. You know, like the guy who made the peanut butter.
Yes.
George Washington Carver.
Yeah, so it starts off, he is the lone Jew in a Christian school.
Oh.
And basically it is Christmas time and everybody's getting wonderful gifts and making fun of the poor Jewish kid who has opened 7 days of dreidels.
Oh. That is, it's not even like a real good old classic hardwood dreidel. It's a plastic one.
Yep.
Yeah, like at the gate, I was pretty surprised at how many jokes they jabbed at this Jewish kid. Even the teacher was just backhanded Jew, like compliments to one of these. Like, well, I'm sorry, children. He always gets these plastic shitty dreidels. I was like,
even though his parents are Jewish and they control all the money.
Oh yeah. I was like, wow, there's like a lot of resentment towards Jewish people in this community. But yeah, we see the Hebrew Mordecai. He's living through his life, and then he's living through his school day. And as soon as he gets out of school, he walks through this neighborhood with all these "No Jews" signs.
Right. It is very like, it's either like 50s New York for a black person, or it's like 50s Germany for the Jews.
Yeah, like it is so weird where like I didn't know where this one was really going. I was like, this is really harsh.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man. But then and then all of a sudden a Rena Santa Claus just steps on his dreidel and is like, no Jews. So we have Mordecai grow up as this badass Hasidic Jewish guy.
Right. Now it's 20 years later.
20 years later, he's handing out Hebrew Hammer action figures. I was like, man, that is so boss. I was like, if I could just give out action figures of me, that'd be pretty awesome.
Right. And he's like in the Hasidic Jew garb, but the robe is like a leather trench coat.
Yeah.
And his hat has a feather, and
it's pretty much a Jewish shaft.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he's running this agency where he's helping out other Jewish people in the community, right? But we later find out that at the Jewish Justice League, that he is too extreme.
Yes.
He's the loose cannon. Here's my cop and badge captain. You guys can't handle someone who can get the job done. Oh man, but yeah, we find out that all the holidays are living in somewhat of a harmony.
Right. And it's kind of actually an interesting little twist on the Santa thing. Instead of Santa being immortal, Santa just basically teaches his oldest son the trait, and then when he passes on, his oldest son takes over. Yeah. And so you see Santa, and he's talking about how mean his dad was, and how his dad was all against any other religious holiday.
Yeah, he was a tyrant of a Santa Claus.
But that now that he's been Santa for so many years, there's goodwill, and all the religions are getting along, and that he is even the Santa who
breached the gap between Kwanzaa and...
Well, he's the one who changed it from Merry Christmas to Happy Holidays.
Oh. Yeah, and then we even see a photo of him, the Hebrew Hammer, and the Muhammad Paula Abdul character who's friends with the Hebrew Hammer.
Yeah, yeah.
Muhammad Ali, Paula Abdul. It's too long that even on the IMDb just cuts off. But but then we learned that Andy Dick is actually Damien Claus.
Yep.
Which I guess he's the anti-Santa.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Krampus, right? He's pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's not against giving kids gifts, but he is definitely against. He wants to make Christmas the one and only December holiday once again.
Oh yeah, he's also making a strong case that there's only Christianity.
Yes,
as you see later throughout the movie with all the symbolism, right?
Right.
But the Jewish Justice League has caught wind of this, that Damien has gone off the rails and ordered the reindeers to kill Santa Claus.
Right.
In the shadows, you see that the reindeers pop up blades, and they pretty much unicorn Santa to death. It was savage. It was funny because Santa's like, "Et tu Blitzen," which I was like, "Oh my god, is the whole North Pole like racist?" And so the Jewish Justice League, they have to employ the Hebrew Hammer.
Yep.
He's the only man that could get the job done. But because the Hebrew Hammer was kicked out, they're like, we don't know how he's going to come work for us because of how the airport incident happened. Which
they never really explain.
Until we see it at the end of what happened at the airport. But Judy Greer, who is the daughter of the president of the Jewish Justice League, is like, I'll convince him with my feminine wiles.
With my sexy legs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That was so funny because as soon as he, like, showed a little bit of leg, all the Hasidic Jews are like, oh, Shabbat Shalom. You know, it's funny. I used to dishwash for a Chinese Jewish restaurant.
Interesting.
In Vegas. That was in Vegas. My freshman year, paid underneath the table. But yeah, no. So Judy Greer goes. We've all of a sudden cut to a noir black and white take where Judy Greer goes into the Hebrew Hammer's office, and they're having this old classic 1950s like flirtation.
Right.
For some reason, there's like a part where like another woman comes in. It's like, I'm missing my husband. He's like, oh no, you want to go to the other hammer down the hallway, not me, not the same hammer. I'm certified circumcised. But Judy Greer is able to convince Hebrew Hammer. So Hebrew Hammer or Mordecai, he goes. After they have dinner with the parents,
right?
Which super uncomfortable.
Right. That's where the trick comes in.
Wait, what trick?
Well, because they go to the parents for dinner, and when he gets up and leaves the room, Mom's like, "Hey, you should be nice to my boy. I want him to have a girl who can get him away from work and cook him some meals, and
maybe give him a blowjob. If you do that for me, you know,
I'll help you. I'll help you get him to go to the Jewish Justice League."
Oh yeah, and
then it's pure mother Jewish guilt.
Oh yeah, it is. Like, there's a couple of mothers out there. I know for a fact for Filipinos, but I also know for Jewish kids. Mothers they're mine too, master manipulators. Yep. Of the guilt trip. It was so funny. What was the whole thing? She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Ma. I know that his son is an investment banker, but."
And what do you do? What have you done? What can I tell my friends when I show them a picture of you? What he's like, what do you want me to do? Save Hanukkah? It's like, well, maybe. Fine, I'll save Hanukkah. Yeah. That way you could be proud of me.
He does the neurotic thing so good.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Ever since I think the first time I ever saw him was on Friends, when he becomes Chandler's roommate. But yeah, so his mother is able to trick him to go to the Jewish Justice League. They meet up. They contract the Hebrew Hammer to save Hanukkah.
Yep.
And so, it's a very weird thing too. Like the entrance is like, it's pretty much like his what's it called, the bar mitzvah like little thing.
Right. It's the trials.
Yeah.
To get in.
Yeah, he's like name all these passages.
You have to prove your musical worth, and so he picks up the violin and starts playing.
You have to prove that you're circumcised.
Yes, the circumcision machine robot.
Yeah,
has to verify.
I was like, is that clean? Does that do they sanitize it with every check-in?
Ooh,
yeah.
I was like, I guess if you went there every day, that machine would have to check you. I don't know.
I mean, there's definitely no red caps in that building. You know what I'm saying? That's a little joke for Colby because he's a fan of goblins. No, it's so they're able to talk it out. He gets contracted by the Jewish Justice League to help save Hanukkah. Judah Gier goes with him because the president's like, no, go with him. He doesn't know what he's doing sometimes. And so the Hebrew Hammer basically he gets into contacts with his friends from the Kwanzaa Federation. I don't know what they were exactly called.
Right, it was like the Federal FK.
Yeah,
it was an acronym of something.
Yeah, but it's like pretty much like the Federation for the Kwanzaa delegates. I don't know how to say. So they do get a clue from a dwarf, a black the black dwarf from Bad Santa.
Yes. So he's a dwarf that defected because Santa, he's like, I can't be up there with Santa when he's going crazy.
Well, yeah. Also, because Santa's like, I can't have any black dwarves in the workshop.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Oh, okay.
So at this point, he's a snitch for Santa.
Oh, okay, yeah. And so, but it's pretty much a setup because he gives him the matchbook of a Nazi bar,
basically, yeah,
and
bar.
Yeah, and this is where he gets a drink of Black Label, and before they go beat him up, he brings out 2 shotguns and is like, Shabbat Shalom, motherfuckers. Which, man, Adam Goldberg kills that line.
Yeah. And that is a 100% Shaft scene. Just that's a white Shaft. Right there. And then he leaves and he pours the alcohol into the shape of the Star of David outside and lights it on fire.
It's awesome. This movie is so awesome. But no, he obviously he knows it's a setup, and so after that he oh gosh, I forgot what happens after that. So we get the thing with the dwarf who actually gets back double crossed by Santa Claus.
Right.
And he's like, sorry, no, go away. Only for some reason these Taiwanese kids come in because the dwarves.
He's like, only like white dwarfs, and then the other dwarfs are like, what? He's one of us, and we're all union, so we're gonna go on strike. And he's just like, I kind of figured you would, so I'm replacing you with the Taiwanese laborer children who work for bags of peanuts.
Yeah, I was like, what is this bag of peanuts thing?
And then just to make sure every race is offended, he's like, shut up, Esmeralda, as she's sewing.
And throws a bag of peanuts at her. She's like giving him the finger. Oh, God. But I think at some point they do learn that Santa Claus is going to be at the mall.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And so they're like, what is the term that he uses?
Gentile. They have to Gentile up.
Yeah. And they pretty much Judy Greer uses. They cut in front of the line of all the kids.
Yes.
And she's all like, "Oh, up and down on his lap." I love Judy Greer. She does comedy so well. I remember her in Arrested Development. I don't know.
Oh, yep.
She was the secretary that kept showing her tits. She's like, "I bet you'll miss these." I was like, yes, I very much would miss those. But she does comedy so well.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, no, and so they get in there. Andy Dick is with 2 other Santa helpers who are in bikinis.
Right, yep.
And I don't know how to explain this whole. Can you explain it?
So they basically come in and they're just like, he like rips off his Gentile suit and he's got his Hebrew hammer, garb underneath, and he's like, "Come on, Santa, we gotta take you to the Jewish Justice League, and that way they can prosecute you for war crimes against
the holidays."
The holidays.
Oh yeah, and then so as soon as they come out, he sicks all the children on the Jewish the Hebrew hammer.
Oh right,
and his girlfriend.
Because as the children have been coming in, he's like, "Oh, remember, Christmas is the greatest, and the Jewish people hate me, and they want to destroy Christmas." And so then, like, when he's like, "Children, it's the Hebrew hammer. He wants to destroy Christmas." The kids are all like, "No!" and all start chasing after him.
And then for some reason, by the time they get to the basement of the mall, there's a secret passageway by was it Harriet Tubberman?
Yes. Yep.
I was like, what? This is bad shit insane.
The Jewish Underground Railroad.
Yeah. Which just lets out at like what, town, like Times Square or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It is, and like the stories, it's pretty much like a Jewish Small World.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
yeah.
As they're going, it's like they're showing like the history of the Jews.
Yeah, but then like,
and they think it's all this like Jesus is getting whipped, and they're all laughing at him.
Yeah. Oh man! By the time they get out, they're like, "Whoa, that got dark soon." Oh man! But then, it's called Judy Greer and Andy. It's called Adam Goldberg. They go back to his place. They have sex.
Yep.
It's really, he's smoking, I think, a Black and Mild, and he starts playing the guitar, and she's like, "All right, that's enough." But then, like, for her, she's like, "Oh, I can't believe your mother tried to make a deal with me to have sex with you. I would have done it for free." And then he gets all neurotic. He's like, "What?
My mom, like, I'm a gigolo for my mom? Who
my mom's my pimp?" I know, it's so funny, like, in that scene and the next scene after that, he feels so dirty.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my God, are you gonna sleep with me? Are you gonna whore me out again?" But they ended up catching up with Santa Claus again.
Right.
But before Hebrew Hammer could bring down the hammer, Santa Claus is able to get away with his girlfriend, but they stop the holidays from being ruined.
Right. Yes, and because
it was a Jewish clock, or they're getting like Jewranium. It was like some metal that's in this Jewish artifact.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it's like the equivalent of vibranium, but it's Jewranium.
Yeah. And I forgot that, like, he hasn't played much of a role, but Santa's number one
Tiny Tim.
number one guy is Tiny Tim
with
the crutches.
I feel we're missing so much because there's so much in this movie that it's hard to really capture it all.
Right. Going
through this, otherwise it'll be like a 2-hour like podcast episode.
Right, you'd be like, I would have been shorter just to watch the movie.
Pretty much, right? But yeah, pretty much. So we what's it called? I'm just gonna shortcut this so we can kind of just talk about the parts that like we really thought were hilarious. But Hebrew Hammer, he gets his best. I guess it's his best friend, Muhammad Ali Paula Abdul, to help him infiltrate the North Pole to grab his girlfriend. We have Muhammad, who's taking care of all the minions.
Yeah.
Trying to clear the way so the Hebrew Hammer can bring it down on Damien Claus. Very almost Bond-like, right? He's like, "Oh, do you want to save me, or do you want to... If you kill me, your girlfriend will die." He's like, "How will you ever find her?" Well, there's a sign on the back that says, "Hebrew Hammer's girlfriend is this way." But then we finally learn what happened during the airport incident, where the Hebrew Hammer got clearance to use the ultimate Jewish weapon.
Yeah.
And it's whining. Whining to the point where Damien Claus's head was going to burst.
Yeah, right. Right. It's like psionic.
Yeah. Where like he practically gives the Hebrew hammer the gun. He's like, all right, just shoot me right now in the head, in the face. I don't care, just do it. But the Hebrew hammer is able to save Judy Greer.
Yep.
And he proposes to Judy Greer. So they're able, like, we're pretty much at the end of the movie where they're having a nice family dinner. The Hebrew hammer's mom is, of course, guilt tripping him again for something else. But Judy Greer's like, we're about to get married. We're going to have some kids. He's going to get a nice, stable job at the Jewish Justice League as a consultant. And they're like, oh, well, what about Santa Claus? And you're like, oh, well, now it's like a little democratic thing where we all would vote for who's going to be the best Santa Claus.
Yep.
And this time it's the dwarf from Bad Santa with his 2 Santa hoes. And happily ever after. This is a very rough draft of what this movie is about. You guys,
right? Yeah,
totally right. All right.
I mean, it is packed full of jokes. I mean, you sometimes you get a comedy movie and you get the first 15 minutes is like laugh out loud funny, and then it gets into the story, and then like it ends with some jokes. Like this is it's like a Naked Gun movie, like
or
like an Airplane, with the amount of like puns and jokes that are coming at you like nonstop the whole movie.
Yeah, this is it could almost get to the point where like, oh my god, the jokes just keep coming. But if you have like toilet humor like me and Colby do, it'll be funny the whole way
right.
through.
I almost like feel like this will get lost in the next generation.
Oh yeah,
because now the way how politically correct and everything is, like I remember like the Jewish jokes that they make when he's like at the one Jew at the like the Catholic school. I remember like being in like junior high and kids making those same jokes. Like that was
that like, it's pretty rough growing up. Like the older you are, the more rough your childhood was with like your peers. Now it's, I don't know. Well, now I guess social media is making it worse for kids nowadays. Because, you know, back then you could just go home and you don't hear it.
Right.
Yeah. And it doesn't, like, if you switch schools, then you're like a new kid.
Yeah.
You know, but now everyone could be like, oh, he doesn't have a Facebook? Ah, what kind of freak is he? Like, he doesn't have an Instagram? Oh my gosh. All right, Kobe, let's go to our section of the high star, low star. We already know what you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh, look, Mel Brooks.
So we got Luca's giving us, it's only a 4-star, but that's pretty good. Good laughs, borderline between PG-13 and R. Perfectly silly in the tradition of Mel Brooks. Lots of ethnic jokes made in the spirit of good friends making fun of each other, or Phyllis Diller making fun of herself. It's rated R, but we really saw it more as a PG-13. Yeah. One scene has blood splatter. There was no more nudity than you would see on the beach, but there was foreplay which faded to black, and then mentions of specific sexual acts. Words you might hear from Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson, George Carlin were used moderately. Characters said some words that were offensive if used by a person outside their specific groups, such as gimp and the N-word and the K-word, usually affectionately, except for when the clear villain used them. Sorry. Ugh. Characters are largely one-dimensional, but this is not intended to be literature. It's goofy comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw this in the same light I saw Black Dynamite. Like it's such a
exactly.
It's a parody. It's an exploitation flick. It's a comedy. We got a 1-star by Sven. I cannot believe they charged me $3.99 for this garbage. This movie sucks. The plot points are incoherent and garbled together. There's a collection of scenes and characters, one after another, with no flow to it. The movie is nothing but one bad stereotype after another. They make no sympathetic characters in this whatsoever. It is also predictable. There are one or two mildly amusing jokes, and that is all. The Sweetback cameo was kind of the best part. Listen, the fact that you found one or two amusing jokes, you laughed. You laughed at this movie. You just want to be like, oh yeah, I'm so cultured, bro. Yeah, like come on, the movie is called The Hebrew Hammer. What are you expecting?
Yeah.
Oh, Kobe. Okay, so I have to ask you. Right, let's talk about the parts of this movie, right? There's a portion where Tiny Tim goes out to distribute the VHS tape of A Wonderful Life. I never watched that movie because it didn't interest me. I feel like you've watched that movie.
I have.
So what is this joke that's happening right here?
So it's touted as like the greatest Christmas movie ever.
Oh, okay.
Because it's ones that like it really gives you the feels, and then like the line at the end is there's a bell on the Christmas tree, and as the kid's putting the bell on the Christmas tree, it jingles.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh. Every time a bell jingles, an angel gets wings.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's like significant of, the
of like Christianity, Christmas.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because we get this montage of all these Jewish kids watching this movie. They're bringing home Christmas trees. They have a Christmas tree out on the street like crackheads. And then the Hebrew Hammer catches, oh my gosh. So he has like a whole like trunk filled with Yentl,
right.
Fiddler on the Roof.
But it's like that they snag them in that weird way because they're Jewish.
Yeah.
So it's like we'll just give them a free copy because like Jewish people can't pass up something that's free. So all the kids are like, of course I'll take a free movie to watch.
Yeah, I'll watch that
and then
free.
It's that first hit of heroin, and now you're hooked.
Oh, that's how you get your customer. That's how you retention.
Yep.
Oh, Kobe, what are some of the parts that you just? Yeah, this movie is highly offensive. So, like at this point, we're not gonna really, except for like saying racial slurs.
Right.
We have to kind of just talk about it how this movie presents it.
Yeah.
And obviously, that. We love everybody.
So I love that Mario Van Peebles is the leader of the Kwanzaa group.
Yeah. Well, is he?
So he's a well known, and then as and his father's an actor, and his father's an actor in a whole lot of like movies that had the name like Bad Ass.
Oh.
And like, there's like a whole series of badass movies.
Also, he's like
Melvin Van Peebles, so he's the dad. But he's the one when Hammer comes out of the Nazi bar and lights that fire.
Yeah.
There's the like the slick back black guy who's like, I see what you're doing, brother. Keep up the good work, and then walks past him. That's who that is. And even though he's like 90 in this movie,
Oh wow.
Maybe not that old, but even though he's old and retired, he gets a little cameo because he used to be in these blaxploitation movies.
So he was like there as a nod to all the exploitation fans, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's so many of them, right? Like
there is,
and they're all hilarious. I like watching them.
Oh yeah.
Like it's any type of like parody type of like film. I think you have to watch it in that lens. And not watch it in this like, oh, this better be an Oscar or whatever winning movie.
Like you said, you're coming into a movie with a name like Hebrew Hammer. You got to come in with the same kind of expectations as you're coming into a movie that's called Sharknado. You're like, I'm looking for this movie just to entertain me.
Yeah. Yeah. I what's it called? I liked Judy Greer and Goldberg's like chemistry. In this.
They did. They worked well together.
Yeah, because I feel like the guy who played the Hebrew, Adam Goldberg.
Yeah.
Right. He does like he does this neurotic thing so well, and it's kind of reminiscent of like the Jewish kids I knew. Like very, like, especially, I don't know if like it applies to a lot of them, but I remember them always talking about we bonded over having overbearing mothers. And so like the whining thing that he's doing when he is with his mother, it's hilarious to be. And then the way that they can work off of each other, him and Judy Greer, because she does comedy so well. Like I said, like she does voice acting for The Archer. She's the secretary, the one that's all crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I realized that.
Yeah.
Was who that was.
I know. Yeah. For the longest, I was like, whose fucking voice is that? It's so familiar. I think I got erected one time. Oh man. Oh, I like it was called. So there's this weird thing about Andy Dick. Like I got introduced to him like in a weird way where I was like, oh yeah, why does everyone hate Andy Dick? He's kind of funny. And then I guess it's his I was kind of young at the time, so I didn't understand his public persona, where everyone was like kind of annoyed with Andy Dick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's just playing himself in this movie.
Right. He came out about the same time. You had like, Andy Dick. You had the guy who runs the town, the mayor of Schitt's Creek.
Eugene Levy?
No.
Oh,
the mayor.
Oh, I haven't.
Chris. Him. And you had like Tom Green. They all kind of came out about the same time. They were all like an equally, like they were all like that generation's Screech in everything that they were in. They were just like that obnoxious person that you liked because you hated them. Chris Elliott.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like they all play that same part where you're like, this person like has no redeeming qualities, but somehow I really enjoy them in whatever they're in.
Oh, like Pauly Shore too, right? Like
Pauly
around the
Shore.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something. Okay, like I have this weird guilty trip with Pauly Shore movies. Like, I think it's because they played the most on regular TV, like Encino Man, Biodome, and Son-in-Law. Like those movies would be on Sunday night movie marathons, at least once a month. They were on it.
Right, and he weirdly got that super popular as like MTV like VJ.
Yeah.
And so any of those stations that were somewhat affiliated with MTV, because it's like always got like a parent station that owns like 5 networks.
Yeah.
Always got he got a lot of play because of his popularity on MTV.
Yeah, and then Andy Dick was more of that like very abrasive personality, was like fucking up people's personal spaces and comfort zones.
Yes.
And almost like he was like almost bipolar-ish type of personality. A very wild guy. So like I think he plays that role in here really well as Damien Claus.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, this was very typical of his normal
roles.
Role, yeah.
Yeah. I think the most common I've ever seen him in was the Cable Guy. He was the leader of the
yes.
Renaissance people.
Right. Yep. He was the king of the court.
Yeah, the king of the court. And even that was like him hamming it up pretty hard. And it was still like the most tame performance I think I've ever seen Andy Dick in. What why do you think you don't see Adam Goldberg more as like
he has become a more serious actor. Like he's been in things more recently where he's serious. I'm thinking that he was in...
Oh yeah, he was in Saving Private Ryan, Dazed and Confused. I don't know if The Prophecy can be a serious movie. Fargo. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's definitely spread out. I just like I don't. I guess maybe I just never got to see more of his work. Besides Friends, freaking Stay Alive, that video game killer movie.
Yeah, because like he played a lot of small parts early on, where he was kind of like the obnoxious Jewish friend, like kind of thing. And then later on, he tried to go more serious. But yeah, like he plays this kind of part so well that I'm surprised he didn't stick with it.
I mean, now he's in The Equalizer with Queen Latifah.
Right? Was he?
He was in. Oh, he does a lot of TV. I think more. Yeah. TV, yeah, Fargo, Marin, Graves, Taken. I didn't even know Taken had a TV series. The Jim Gaffigan Show. Okay, so he just does more like TV stuff than movies. Yeah, I like him though. I like him. I like his style. He was in the Joey Show.
That's funny because he was in Friends, and then Joey was a spinoff of that.
I wonder if he was the same character. He's like, oh, Joey, I followed you over here. Like,
that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, he like is Seinfeld? Is he Jewish?
Yes.
So he feels like Seinfeld if he was coked out. Oh
yeah.
Oh, Kobe, would you? Besides all the offensive things that are in this movie, is it a good holiday movie to show the kids?
This is yeah, because you gotta make it just not just Christmas. You know, there's other religions out there, and I mean, like, you can't just be like 8 Crazy Nights is like your go-to Hanukkah movie. Like,
it's a solid one though.
It is good.
Yeah,
but it can't be the only one. And yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for something a little different, this is definitely a fun twist.
Now, would you watch a movie with Muhammad Ali, Paula Abdul, if it was like the
Kwanzaa
something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he was a pretty solid, like that could be the perfect sequel to this movie, you know, like Hebrew Hammer is on his holiday at Boca Raton.
Right.
For some reason, the Hebrew Hammer's mom was really up on Boca Raton. Is that in New Orleans?
Maybe. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like New Orleans, right? And so maybe the Hebrew Hammer's on vacation, so Muhammad Ali, Paula Abdul has to step in and save Christmas or save the holidays one more time.
Right. Yep. One funny thing that they did it a number of times, but every time somebody stepped up on the Kwanzaa group, all the black members all pulled out guns and then cocked them.
Yeah.
But it was like a full minute of all the guns getting cocked, even though there was only like 6 people standing there. Maybe some of them had 2 guns. It was like you heard like 75 guns get cocked.
Oh wait, Colby. So like, what did the Hasidic Jew who watched this say?
Okay, so he actually had two things, and he said his one major complaint is every scene that there was drinking, they made it clear they were drinking Manischewitz wine, and he's like, as long as I've been Jewish and I was born a Jew, no Jew drinks Manischewitz. He's like, it is like a liquid cancer mixed with tar.
Oh.
And he's like, I have no idea why it's still even on the shelf. No Jew drinks this.
You know, there's a lot of things that carry over from hard times. And right. Unfortunately, so this might be one of those things.
I looked into it, and apparently, like, originally it was made as the one and only kosher wine back in, like, the 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
And then I guess it just got enough of a following that it just never went away. And it said that there's been in the last like 8 to 10 years, there's been a huge resurgence of not Jewish people picking it up and enjoying it. And I don't know. The way he described it, I'm not sure I even want to try it. But
Colby, you like black licorice stuff.
So I might try it. And then the one other thing he said was, he was like, when they go to the mother's house, there's like an Asian guy sitting at the table.
Yeah,
And he said, he's like, every joke around the mother was very, very Jewish. He's like, and so I was racking my brain trying to figure out what the old Asian man Jew joke was. He's like, and I just didn't get it. And I kept waiting for there to be a punchline around him, and then there wasn't. And he's like, so it just confused me. He's like, it didn't offend me or anything. It just confused me why that was there.
Okay, so what I think about that is, right, as someone who has worked at a Chinese/Jewish restaurant, I just think that Chinese people and Jewish people have this weird understanding about Christmas.
Okay.
Right? Because Chinese people, restaurants don't close on Christmas.
Right.
It is like, if you have a strong Jewish community, it is going to be jam-packed with Jewish people on Christmas. Like, in New York, same thing. Where do you go for food during Christmas? You go to the Chinese restaurant down the block.
Right. Yep.
And I think that's all it is. I think they're just have a wonderful relationship with each other. I don't know. We even see it in a past Christmas movie. Remember in The Night Before with JGL? Yeah. Remember they go to a Chinese restaurant. It's a part of their tradition.
Right.
And Seth...
even like a Christmas Story. The old one with the kid with the pink bunny suit,
Yeah.
Remember the dogs break in and eat the Christmas turkey, so they go to a...
Yep. You could always count on the Asians to be open on Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah, other than that, I maybe I don't understand. I was just like, maybe like it's just a neighbor. Like, oh, Mr. Lee, come over. I can't have you on the holidays by yourself. We got a good brisket going on in the oven. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Jewish people can cook the fuck out of a brisket. Have you had it before?
Yes.
And it's like, what? It's because they don't fuck with pork.
True that.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna get emails like, dude, you gotta stop doing the Jewish mom thing. It's giving me triggers right now. Like, I'm getting PTSD of my mother telling me I'm not good enough.
He says with an Italian accent.
Right? Well, maybe they're in an Italian Jewish neighborhood.
Right.
There's a lot of that in New York.
There is a lot of that in New York, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, this movie, it's not going to be for you if you're easily offended.
Right.
There's parts in there where you're like, well, he shouldn't be able to say that. But, Muhammad Ali gives him the pass.
Yep.
Just like how Jamie Foxx gave Robert Downey Jr. the pass to do blackface in Tropic Thunder. Like, like thinking about that as like, like a couple years ago, I was like, did Robert Downey Jr. really get away with doing blackface? And, Jamie Foxx, like he was like on an episode of Joe Rogan. He's like, he gets a pass. I was like, all right. Like, I don't think they could do a Tropic Thunder 2. But
I hate to say this, but like, man, there was 20, 30 years ago, there were so many movies with just so much offensive stuff that were just hilarious. And the future generations, you're just not going to get that quality offensive comedy.
Right. I mean, I think there's always going to be like a person out there that's always going to try to push it. Like how it was like Seth MacFarlane that's what Seth MacFarlane was for Family Guy.
Right.
Because, like, Simpsons, I mean, it was still pretty edgy, but, like, Family Guy was the bad boy on the block.
Right. But, like, even, I feel like if you go back and you watch, like, first couple seasons of like, Family Guy, they were more offensive than they are now.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. What I think for, like, 30, 40 years ago, right, when we had... things like Long Dok Dong, or we had the one guy in Breakfast at Tiffany's playing. I think the issue there was that they just didn't want to give those roles, or like not Long Dok Dong because that's Gary Watanabe, but in the Breakfast with Tiffany's, what I'm talking about, the Asian guy.
Yeah.
But he was like a white actor playing an Asian dude.
Right.
I think the issue there was more that they did that because they just didn't want to give Asian people work, like minorities work. And then I don't know what the case was with Robert Downey. I guess he's just really fucking cool that he can do blackface and get away with it. But I think that's what the difference is versus like now. I mean, if they do it now, it's like it's gonna be a fucking issue.
Right.
I think that's what happened with Emma Stone in that one movie Aloha, where she was supposed to be playing a half Chinese, half white person.
Okay.
And everyone's like, why not just give it to a half Chinese, half white person and not... Yeah. So I think now it's more just about not getting represented because of this or that.
Right. I'm like, I certainly, like, I mean, if you have a gay role and give it to a gay person, like,
yeah.
Right.
There's plenty of... Well, I can't... I'm going to sidestep that one. But there are plenty of LGBTQ people in the entertainment industry.
Right.
You don't have to get a straight guy. But I don't know. Like, I don't know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
I don't know how those roles go. But, yeah, I do miss it. I do miss, like, having these offensive things just because it's supposed to... Comedy's supposed to push that limit.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And like everyone's hypersensitive about things that it makes a lot of creators scared.
And I hope that people look back at things like this and realize that this, even if it pushed the line, this was 100% acceptable as a comedy movie at the time. So like, don't go back and be like, another 10 years from now, go back and be like, oh, remember the movie that hated on the Jews and now we're going to
bash on.
Right.
Like, and then we have to blame.
This actress can't get any more work in
future
Jurassic Park movies because she played an anti-Semite, whatever.
Yeah, that part is like rough when like people like these actors are just getting the work where they can get it. Right. Especially earlier on her career, like Judy Greer, this is still pretty early in her career where she's just grabbing up roles where she can.
Right.
It would suck if like all of a sudden Disney's like, oh, well, I mean, we know what's up with Disney, right? They'd be like, oh yeah, I'm kind of with that. But like, yeah, it would be a shame if she's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't need you for Ant-Man 3 because of all the topless scenes you've done.
Right. Yeah.
Great pair, by the way. Teresa's gonna smack me up in the head if she ever listens to like the amount of boob talk I ever said. She's like, what are you, starving? Yes, Teresa, I'm starving. I am on a deserted island right now. Oh man, but yeah, this has to go with my Undercover Brother.
Yep.
And my Black Dynamite Blu-ray. But so before that, we are coming up to our hour. Thank you guys for joining us. If this is the first time you guys are joining us, we do our reviews in 4 sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and here's the Ultimate Box Collection: Hebrew Hammer, Undercover Brother, and Black Dynamite.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm definitely going with that.
Yeah.
If that's an option.
Right.
Yeah. No, I would probably pick this up on Blu-ray. This is a fun movie. It's super entertaining. I would I don't have any friends that I wouldn't show this to, that I feel like I can't. You know, even though it's over the top on some of the jokes, I don't feel like this is offensive. Like,
yeah.
Nobody that I want to be friends with would be offended by this.
Yeah, you know, because, like, you know, life is kind of shitty as it is, so you might as well take the jokes where you can get them. You know?
Yeah.
It's not a heavy thing. It's nothing that's shining a bad light on any certain person or group. It's poking fun at itself. I think the person who wrote it is Jewish.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, so it's super fun. Yeah, definitely for me. If I could pick it up in that awesome collector's edition, I would. But yeah, definitely for me, it's easy Blu-ray. Easy Blu-ray, just to show how much I think this movie is worth that extra $5. Same for you, Colby?
Same for me.
Yeah.
And you know what? I actually I recently picked up a couple of the movies that we've done here, and so soon we'll have to do some semi-professional picks of us with all of our previous movie picks.
Oh yeah.
Here showing off, so you guys don't think we're just fronting. We're just like, we stream everything and then we're just giving you the BS. You know, when we say we like these movies enough to buy them, we do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. I know I need to update my Blu-ray collection. I just I gotta dust off that old PS4 because I haven't used it as much watching or playing games, but we got a Blu-ray player downstairs. I pop those in sometimes. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you check out our Amazon affiliate links if you guys want to help support the show. We always appreciate it. And
yeah, especially since we're only like second week of December, you can still use those Amazon affiliate links to get your Christmas gifts here in time.
Oh, right. Hey, the sooner the better.
Or Hanukkah gifts, sorry.
Or Kwanzaa. Right? Or just, an end of the year gift.
Right. Buy yourself something for New Year's.
Right? Treat yourself.
And of course, Facebook, easiest way to keep following us, keep track of us.
Yep.
And
Colby is very diligent about doing posts.
Yep. Make sure every time we got a new episode, we throw it up there so that you know what's new and what's coming out.
Yeah, Colby also, like, if you go back to October, Colby has a 31 days of horror films.
Yep, I was like,
his recommendations.
My 30. In case you didn't know what to watch, I kind of went through and watched a horror movie every day for the entire month.
Man, dedication right there. I know. No, me, I like spam it all in one day. I was like, no, I gotta watch a whole bunch of scary shit today. or return to some classics.
Right.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out who does our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage, and it's on her Music for Podcast 3 album. And her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.